Jim Howard here in Fort Worth, Texas.
Thank you very much for watching.
Hello, Jim Howard here in Fort Worth, Texas. It is March 9th of 2022, and let's see what's going on here. Don't really have any news, I don't think. As I've moved things a little bit, this is a sound thing to protect the microphone from excessive noise. I'm using OBS, using a B-Link computer with Windows 11 on it. Over here is, can you see that? No, you can't. But there is a monitor and a HP Chrome box. So I'm using the Chrome operating system over there. Got some potato chips here. I finished off the dip yesterday, so we've got more dip coming today. We got, well, not just a dip, but got a grocery order coming today to be delivered from Walgreens. No, Walmart. I keep getting those two mixed up. There's an entire video where I was talking about, I think, ordering food from Walgreens. No, it was Walmart. Everything seems to be working pretty good. The Chrome operating system is getting better and better. I'm sure it's probably just me on my Windows computer here. I hate this thing of, I go to click on something. Let's say I want to move something, and I click on it. Okay, that didn't do it. Let me see if I can move it here. There you go. Ugh, I hate that. It goes full screen. What else? Finally, the United States Post Office system is getting some changes made to it, and it definitely needs it. I worked for the U.S. Post Office back in the early 60s, I think it was, for 6 weeks, so that doesn't make me an expert on the post office. But they definitely needed to make some changes. I'm not going to put blame on the party that was responsible for making things much worse with the post office department. I've been turning off, and I think I'm pretty much at the point where, let's see, what do I want to go to? YouTube. Here it is. Why did I come here? Don't remember. Oh, I am pretty much go to YouTube Studio here. I've pretty much decided not to try to do monetization and get money coming that way from YouTube, because I've been, I think, whenever they started, 2005 or something, I've been doing just about every day YouTube videos, and sometimes I put links to things so people can click on it, and if they go to Amazon and purchase that, I get a little commission. It's really not worth it, and more I'm not monetizing the videos. It's just not worth it. Right now they owe me $17.88. YouTube does. That's for advertising that was on, YouTube. That's different than the Amazon links or whatever that you may see, listed on a estimated revenue. Too, if you haven't subscribed, we should go ahead and subscribe. I'm getting close to getting 4,000 subscribers. I've got 3,453 subscribers. Now, in the last 28 days, I gained 3 subscribers. So let's do some math, shall we? Let's not do some math. YouTube gives the person who's, running a site, they give you a tremendous amount of information about what's going on, and if you use it properly, I'm sure it could help you. Just using my Chromebox computer video.
Here's what I found.
Computer volume 0. Average viewer, that's one thing, average viewer duration on a video. A lot of my videos are, 45 minutes or an hour, and as I think we all know, there's an awful lot of people that go to, YouTube and click on something and then they're gone in 30 seconds or a minute and a half or something like that. I actually have a pretty I do better in that regard than a lot of people. Let's see. That 10-minute, 31-second video, average viewer duration is 3 minutes and 33 seconds. You can see here by this little graph, when people bail out, Let's see, there's overview, there's reach, engagement, Average viewer duration, 3 minutes, 33 seconds. Likes versus dislikes. There's a lot of information here. I very rarely look at it. Here's interesting. Watch time from subscribers. Subscribers watch 85% of the video. Non-subscribers watch 14% of the video. Age and gender. Let's see here. Well, I guess this doesn't show up on. I need to pick a little older video in order to get the statistics, but the statistics in the past steadily have shown that my viewers, 99.1% or something, are males between the ages of 18 and 30 or something like that, or 35. I guess there's not a lot of old farts like me that watch my videos. Might be too depressing for them, you know. Let's see. Something, let's see, where is that? No, that's not it. Oh, it's down here, let's see. Copyright, monetization, is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. What I would like to see them, they've turned it on for a lot of people, but it's not, they're rolling it out and it's not. I would like to see them turn on. It says that I do not have access to Super yet. Rest assured, it's coming soon. And what Super is, and they've rolled it out to some people, and I guess they're studying it and watching it and seeing how it works out, but it enables somebody, you don't have to be in a chat. You can just have your video, YouTube video running, not, live streaming or anything like that. And it enables somebody to, and there'll be a thing underneath your video. So I forget what it looks like. I've seen it on a few sites. And somebody can click on that and then to make a donation to you. And I think that's kind of nice. Because then if somebody really likes, that video or something in that video, that gives them the opportunity not just to do a thumbs up, but they could click and make a donation. The videos I posted on having a pacemaker put in me and that type of thing, that's got, some people have left comments, thank you so much, because I'm having a pacemaker put in next week, or my father just had a pacemaker and we were wondering about this and that. So if you'd really do a good job, most of my videos are not, but that gives somebody who they can really, they can not just do a thumbs up and not just a comment, but they can, donate $1 or something, or $5 or something. And to me, that seems like it would be a nice addition. But they haven't rolled it out to me, and they haven't rolled it out to to everybody yet. Channel. I don't even know where it is now. I forget what it's called. I was subscribed for a little while. The thing where you get information about videos that you're watching, and it'll tell you, like how many subscribers they have, all that kind of stuff. And it also gives you some generalities about how much they make, and there's something I think from the Play Store or whatever that you can click on it, and and I forget now. I clicked to turn it off, but like if I go to look at YouTube videos, let's see, YouTube, but not, yeah. Well, it still shows but it shows up over next to it or whatever. So I can be looking at the raccoon guy or puppy videos or stuff like that, and over there it gives, because quite a few times I look at a video or something and I wonder how many subscribers does a person have, and stuff like that, and you can look right over and see the data. If you pay more, then you have access to more. I did it for a while, but I did like the thing that I think I think it's a plug-in for one of my browsers, and I think I must have turned it off. Let's see. Tabs, Windows, history, downloads, bookmarks. Settings, help. Can't remember now. I got so many. Well, there's stuff up here. Let's see what What's this? It's darked out. Right now for, well, I have using Google Gmail, but I'm using also, which I paid for, Postbox, but I can't get, and I need it, I can't get working in Postbox spell checker, Grammarly, yeah. I canceled Windows 365 or whatever they call that now, and I canceled Adobe. I've just got too many things like that I just, and those are really good, especially Office 365. It's not very much money, or is it? Let's see, is it not Office? What is it now? Microsoft 365. They keep changing the name on it, but anyway, how long has this been running? Only 19 minutes. Oh God, that's nothing. But I'm totally drained. Yesterday was kind of a mess. I had a lot to do. I didn't mess up too badly, So let's go back to, nope, And this stuff is really amazing, you know. Uh, Stuff like this. When I was a teenager, for years and years, I did all kinds of shortwave listening and stuff. And over the years, I got where I could pretty much tell languages, the difference between Portuguese and Spanish, and things like that, just from hearing them so much. And the same with music. When I was tuning to shortwave radio, listening to international radio stations, and stuff. After all that time, after all those many years, I could pretty much tell a lot of countries by the music that was being played. Uh, and I tracked Earth satellites, Sputnik 1, the first one to go up, and all of this kind of stuff. I did a radio program that was broadcast to Europe, Africa, and Latin America 2 or 3 times a week until they kicked me off. Um, but now to have this type of stuff, where you can see these aircraft, where they are, you can, and of course, if you pay a little more, you can get more, access. But you can, you know, uh, the type of aircraft, where it left from, where it's heading to, all types of stuff. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff that you can uh, get live, streaming video from the space shuttle. The cameras on it, just amazing stuff nowadays. How does a young person choose? Well, of course, probably just playing games all the time. Maybe I should play Civilization 6 a little bit today. Maybe I should go to bed. I should take an naproxen for my arthritis. Uh, my ex-wife, we have one cat. It's kind of a pain in the butt. But she loves cats, and she doesn't really realize how many pictures I've got of when we in the past have had cats, and they'd be in my room, up in the back of the chair, hanging over my shoulder and stuff like that. And one of the cats that here in this apartment complex, an elderly lady with some disabilities, she had to move out, and she left her cat here, and she loved that cat, and the cats loved her. She'd go out every day, a couple of times a day, walking her dog, and this one cat, one of her cats would follow her around. You'd see her and the dog, and then you'd look behind, and here comes the cat following. And she had to leave it, I guess, because of her health. I'm guessing that she moved in, with family, and maybe they had dogs and cats, or maybe no pets allowed. I don't know, but these aircraft it's real time. You're all that shortwave radio listening. I mean, I used to listen to SAC, Strategic Air Command, you know, transmitting their code. I mean, what do they call it? Such and such, and then they'd count off the numbers and stuff like that. They were SAC bombers up there with nuclear weapons. Just going around ready to go if they needed to go. Uh, in fact, let's see, I can't remember the name of it. There's a joint reserve base, which means it's for reserve units, an air base about 5 miles from here. And it was, I can't remember now. it was Strategic Air Command base, and I was watching on YouTube about I did a bunch of different videos, but I was watching one where nuclear accidents that happened, and can't remember the name of the base. Several of them, you know, like I remember, I might be wrong on this. I might have got mixed up with something else, but one bomber took off to do its flight, and I'm not sure if that's the one that did it crash into Spain, or I think it just accidentally dropped a nuclear bomb on Spain. And then I think there was another one where on the East Coast, it didn't go off, it didn't detonate. And the same thing on the East Coast of the United States. And wow, we've come so close to just miraculous that something hasn't happened. And I think here in Texas is where they had a fire with an underground silo, and they had a workman who was in there, and he wasn't supposed to be. It was a violation of the rule. Supposed to be, somebody with, two people together, every place. And this guy, I don't think it made any difference, but he was, the rocket was underground in the silo, and he came out up above or whatever, and he had a wrench, and he dropped it, and boom, and that looked like, if I could come up with I put the link to it. It's pretty interesting or whatever. Then I've seen a video where the Air Force has military who are security for places like the nuclear silos and other things, and they showed them, and I think there was like at night 3 of them, I think 1 inside and 2 outside and wow, I mean, talk about boring, but vitally important. I mean, you need to be, paying attention to everything, but there's sensors in the ground, things on the fence. A cow would bump into a fence and set off an alarm. They had to respond to that and all that kind of stuff. That would be, oh my God, how boring. I worked hospital security for 30 years, and then I usually had another part-time job, contract security. And a lot of that contract security was boring, but you kind of wanted it. I mean, if you were doing that, you kind of wanted it. I spent, the places, Mulebach Hotel, after they closed, went out of business in Kansas City, I spent a few nights there. What used to be a nice, expensive hotel in downtown Kansas City, and nobody there, but they got a security, I think they put me one night at a place that made cat litter, I think it was. And with situations like that, there's a big chance of an explosion. The dust in the air, like you have the grain silos and things like that. And they sent me over there. The company did. I forget if it was Pinkerton or Wells Fargo. I think it was Pinkerton, maybe. And they sent me over on the midnight shift, and they said, when you get there, the officer will, that you're relieving, he will explain to you what. And I got there, and the guy said, hey, they did the same thing to me. They sent me here 12 hours ago and told me somebody would be here to, that would, but it, same. I got there, and they had a control room for the cat litter, thing, and had a control room. I guess it controlled. I don't know what it controlled, but there was a book up there with instructions. How to know if there was, if there was so much particles in the air so that there might be an explosion or whatever, and what to do. And I understand technology a little bit. I looked at the book and I thought, it's Greek to me, and then too, what they didn't tell me, told me I had to make rounds, but this guy didn't know where anything was. He probably didn't make any rounds. I'm not sure if that's a place where you had a key that you had to go and make the rounds and insert the key, and now of course I'm sure you just would be wearing something, and it would know when you walked through that area and that kind of stuff. But then it was you had to go and find each one of these places and insert your key, and then they could go look at the piece of paper, that was in there or whatever, see that you. But anyway, there was like a belt, and then there were little steps that would pop out on the thing, and then you would get on there, and it would go up. Now you had a thing you could pull to stop it, or whatever. But no information, I got on it to try to find out where the clocks were that you punched or whatever. Was going up on it and leaning back a little bit, and then I looked up, and the hole that I had to go through was just barely. I leaned in just in time, or it would have that'd have been they'd have found me when the next security guard showed up. They'd have found me without a head probably, stuff like that. Okay, 30 minutes. That's enough, isn't it? Thank you very much for watching.